Hello and welcome to the sideboard here at the StarCityGames.com Open Series in Charlotte. I'm Ken Crocker here with Lauren Kinner. Lauren, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome.
Well, you are doing awesome actually. You're here with a bit of a brew, something we haven't really seen in Modern. It's a mono-white Hate Bears deck, we're calling it. But for those of you who are Legacy enthusiasts, you might know it as Death and Taxes. So how did you come about playing basically mono-white in a format that's full of combo decks and lightning bolts?
Well, I played Death and Taxes in Legacy, and then I decided to play Modern just for this event, and so pulled apart the pieces and bought a few new cards, and here it is.
So just decided to go to a Modern tournament and crush everyone with mono-white. That easy.
Yeah.
Easy game.
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right, so just like Death and Taxes and Legacy, we have a very important card here on turn one, Aether Vial. Yeah. So I assume this is just your preferred turn one play is to just always lead on Aether Vial.
Yeah, it's like secretly extremely broken, but don't tell anyone.
All right, don't buy your Aether Vials.
Yeah.
Or buy them. But, so obviously we have a ton of creatures in the deck, just like the Death and Taxes deck does, so we'll run them down. At your 2-drop slot, we got Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, and we got Leonin Arbiter, and we got Anafenza, Kin Tree Spirit. So we only have one Anafenza. Why only one?
Well, really I just wanted to try it out, and it's not that good at disrupting your opponent, but it's really good in concentration with your other creatures, making them just a little bit bigger. And Kitchen Finks, you get forever Kitchen Finks, so.
It's true, you do have Kitchen Finks at the 3-drop slot. Speaking of disrupting your opponents, you do have the Leonin Arbiter, and I think you have a bunch of disruption for mana bases. I believe you have the full, all 4 Ghost Quarters and all 4 Tectonic Edge, is that correct?
Only 3 Tech Edges.
Only 3 Tech Edges. Couldn't fit the 4th one in?
I wanted to play the one of Mutavault.
Okay.
So.
Fair enough. Then in your other 3 drops, we got Flicker Wisp, Aven Mind Sensor, and Blade Splicer. Now, Blade Splicer isn't usually seen as like a Death and Taxes type stuff. Like, I get you got a little bit of Blink going on, but usually you would think maybe the new Vern Wingmate would be in there instead. So why are you playing Blade Splicer instead of Vern Wingmate?
Well, I tried the Wingmares at a local tournament, and they just weren't powerful enough. The effect on 2 with Thalia is really powerful, but on 3, it's just not powerful enough. And you have enough X1 flyers that you don't really need anymore.
So no more flying horses in the deck?
Yeah, I tried them. I was really sad.
And then your top end is a bunch of angels. So you got Restoration Angel, and we have a one of Archangel Tides. So once again, one of, just trying it, or has it been good?
It's really good against anything that makes tokens. I'm not so good against Pyromancer or Lingering Souls, and it's really good because then they can't attack me, because they have to like pay 1 for each thing, and I'm attacking their mana base, so they don't have a lot of lands. So
fair enough. So obviously when you're playing mono white, your sideboard's a little bit more constricted, but we seem to have a good amount of hate here. Yes. So we got Grafdigger's Cage, your core Firewalkers, your usuals, you know, your Stony Silences, your Rest in Peace. Everyone knows about those sideboard cards. You know, people play them in every deck that has white in them.
Yeah.
But you have a Sundering Growth?
Yeah, so this used to be a
like a disenchant?
Disenchant.
Okay.
But since I'm playing the Blade Splicers, it's basically just a better disenchant. It's, you know,
that's
instant
going
speed.
Deep. That's going real deep.
And you can populate your tokens.
Wow. So just decided that the double white just that much better, strictly better?
Yeah, pretty much in this deck. Like, I mean, I have run into the problem occasionally, but you have enough other double white spells that you really are keeping hands that can produce double white.
Okay. Miron Crusader, I assume, just for the Jund matchup, pretty much?
Tasigur and Tarmogoyf are hard to deal with, and Miron Crusader can attack through both.
Those cards are way more expensive than any of the cards you're dealing with, but you get the beatdown effect.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we got a Mark of Asylum, which I'll admit I had to read. So Mark of Asylum, prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to creatures you control. What is this for?
Okay, so this is for any deck that plays Lightning Bolt, any deck that plays Pyroclasm in the sideboard, and Anger of the Gods.
So about half the format.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this card comes in a lot, and people always read it.
I don't doubt that. I'm sure we have plenty of readers on Mark of Asylum.
Yeah.
And then finally we got a Hallowed Moonlight. So is this the tech against Splinter Twin? Just trying to get him?
It kind of is like your 5th Path to Exile, or like your 5th, you know, just like removal spell. And it's not that great, but I wanted to try it out, and it kind of like buys you that one turn, because you can still, like, they can just activate it the next turn. But
yeah, and it's the only thing in your deck that says draw a card.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we got to get that card draw in there.
Yeah, draw a card. Always got to draw one card.
Well, fair enough. Well, if you're a big fan of Legacy Death and Taxes, try this modern mono white hate bear, or Death and Taxes if you prefer to call it that Lauren has put together. So thank you for taking the time to cite us in. We really appreciate it, Lauren.
Thanks.
All right, and you guys stay tuned for more modern action here in Charlotte.